First of all, startups usually start fundraising too early. Too early would mean that you are still not ready with the fundraising, although you are sure that you are doing the right thing. And yes, you're definitely ready. You're not. And you're not for several simple things, I would say. First of all, you have not validated enough your problem and solution. Everything in your startups start with finding a problem, and before moving a solution, need to validate the problem. Need to go out, need to talk to people, preferably your target audience, of course, not your friends, not your family, not people that have any interest of being nice to you, but your customers, the one who are a little bit suspicious about what's going on, not sure why they should answer you, and make it a little bit hard for you even to get an answer. These are the people you need to talk to and present your problem in a very simple and easy way. From my experience, it sounds easy. It's not that easy, but should be practiced. And of course, I can help you with that. After showing your problem, then comes the question: do you relate to the problem? Would you use a solution? And most important, would you pay? If you're not getting money, then you have no business. After that, you go low on the radar, you disappear. And what you do now is you develop a solution. This solution should be narrow, should be thin, and should hit the problem on the head. It should solve the problem. Not 100% maybe of the problem. For sure, don't look the best as you would like it to be, but it should solve the problem. Let me remind you all that if you're out with what we call an MVP, a minimal viable product, or ready for a POC, a proof of concept, if your product at this stage looks amazing, you're just late to the market. This is why sometimes it's worth to consider putting for a short while the technology development aside and just even manually solve the problem. Just check that what you had in mind of solving a problem, again, validating more the problem, but also the way of solution. What I see in most times, startups sit, not actually sit. Of course, you work very hard, and no one needs to explain to me how hard startup life is, but you wait too long. You wait too long, little bit of self-anxiety, maybe not enough confidence running out. Get to the market as quick as possible and make sure that what you had in mind is shared by others. I would imagine that in this stage, of course, you will not be asking for payment. Yes and no. You need to state the value of what you do. People need to know that although this product of yours has a price, right now, for your own reason of, let's say, collecting data, you decided not to charge, but they need to know there is a price. Always needs to have a price. You're kind of naturally a little bit afraid that if you will mention it's for money, people will go away. Let them go away. Don't worry. You will find those who will like to pay. But initially, of course, you need to collect more information about your solution. So problem validated, solution validated, then we move onwards. So in this stage, usually you don't wait for the validation of the problem and you rush towards investors. What you have to what do you think you have, or what do you know you have to share with them? A presentation, an idea, a lot of intentions, and maybe some dreams. That doesn't cut it, as we call it. This is not enough, what we call skin in the game. You need to show more for yourself. One of the things that investors would like to know, that you have put your skin in the game. You don't need to jeopardize everything. Do not go to extreme. But you walk the walk, you talk the talk, and you just really gave it a shot, meaning you took the time to develop the technology, you took the time to engage with the market, you were little bit cuts and bruises on your skin, it wouldn't kill you, but it will grow your value. It will grow your credibility. First of all, for yourself. When you hear a satisfied customer tells you that, oh my God, your app is just amazing, that it really helped them, that it really solved the problem, the first to enjoy it is you. And the more you enjoy it, the stronger you become. Let me tell you, there are startups there outside in the world that never raised a €1 from anyone. They were self-funded, what you call bootstrap. From start until today, when after maybe 6 or 7 years, they already do an ARR of $10 million or euros. That is achievable, meaning I'm not telling you a one in a billion, but yes, still, most startups will rush in some point of their lives, in my opinion, much too early to investors. And you know what happens then? When your company, when your startup, which is usually you and your partner, which is the CTO, which is the programmer, that's, let's say, usual the case, I hope, because if you're just a one person, you're not in a good spot. There is not enough redundancy, meaning if something happens to you, then your investor loses everything and they will not go forward. Hence, you need a partner. This partner should be, as much as you can, same like you. Same like you in way of equity, same like you in way of investment in the company, same as you taking this whole project seriously. Problem again, that is usually very hard to find. So you need to be a little bit lenient. You need to find the best that you can in this case and motivate all the time, relentlessly. So again, what I think again about the time to go to investors, which is usually done too early, is to go to investors when you have what to show. Much more than a presentation, much more than goodwilling. Actually, that you have customers. Those customers have tried your technology, they are happy with it, and they want to pursue, and you want to scale. Usually, when you are asked by investors, so what would you do with the money? Your answer, the automatic answer you say, would be marketing and development. In my eyes, that's not the right answer. In my eyes, it should be development, development, development. Because in the end, the only thing that will hold your customers, that will draw people to you, that investors will invest in you, would be your technology. Anything else, you're just a waste of time. So maybe you heard about acceleration programs, accelerators, incubators. So myself, I have established 21. I'm now establishing my 22nd accelerator. An accelerator is a short-term program, usually about 4 months to 6 months at the most. Most of them don't invest money. I mean, you don't get funded. What you do get is a lot of knowledge, and we call it soft knowledge. It's not about how to program or manufacture your products. It's about marketing and sales and legal and presentation and storytelling, a lot of those things. Okay. Problem is that when startups join accelerators, they know that at the end of the program they will have a demo day, the day where they will stand on stage, get their 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and pitch to investors. Everything in their minds is targeted to that point. Again, a waste of time. 99.9, and I'm being nice here, of startups in demo days raise zero. You will raise nothing. You might draw attention. You might get a business card saying, call me. Usually, this is what happens. It is still important, and I do recommend acceleration programs if your mindset is to come and learn. If your mindset is, I will see everything that is offered to me in the program, and I will go number one and demand to get the maximum, and I will not come for the simple reason waiting 4 months to the end where I will stand on stage and get to pitch to investors. Wrong way to think. It is a lot of hard work. For some reason, you have decided to go startup way. That means that translate to a lot of hard work. Startups, everything is difficult. It's a difficult life. Everyone is smarter than you. Everyone is richer than you. Everyone wants just to give you an advice when all you want, of course, is money. And when this is what happens, then everything is much more difficult. And as you know, probably almost 90 something percent of startups just don't make it through the first year. They fight between themselves. They are choking without getting any funding. They are not structured the right way. Sometimes they are overstructured. Sometimes I see startups that have a CEO, a CTO, a COO, a CMO, and what they have for all of this is a presentation and a lot of goodwilling. I don't understand what you're marketing when you don't have a product, and I don't understand why you need to a person to operate 3 other people. So again, all this means, translate that you need to little bit adjust your priorities. You need to understand better that what you need to do is to develop technology. It's what you need to do is to keep silent on the radar, and all that is as quick as you can get to the market and push whatever you have, even if it's little bits and pieces. If it doesn't do even the 100% of what you promised, still need to go ahead. So again, we have a one problem that we solve with a one solution. The fact that the problem has sub problems is not interesting in this point. A one. And the fact that your solution has sub solutions, again, not interesting. And a one. Work fast, on the radar, get your some proof of your technology working, run out, find customers, deploy. This is why when you say to an investor, I need money for marketing at such an early stage, they just don't get it. Why? What do you have to market? You still don't have a product that holds itself to market. Then why do we give you money to market? You, meaning the CEO, your responsibility, again in my eyes, would be to do the marketing, to the management. Come on, it's you and another person. What do you manage them? And they are tech people. You don't even understand in tech, so you cannot in any way manage them. And they are don't they the technology people, the techies, the geeks, are not there to manage you. They just want you to leave them alone and write the code. When you are running over there after investors, when you meet 3 investors a week, let me tell you from experience, each and every one of them will give you a different advice. And then you come back to office, you call your CTO and you tell them, hey, listen, do this. The day after, do that. The day after, go here. And your CTO says, okay, enough. I'm not doing anything because I can't work in this way. This is why, again, you close your ears, you go underground, you make the technology, you resurface, and then push towards customers. When you have the customers' validation, when you hear back from them, then you know that you're in business. All this put together, you're in a business of people. Yes, there's a lot of technology and AI and baba around you. In the end, investors still invest in people. They invest in people that they trust will know how to best utilize the money that they gave you, so you can actually build all those dreams that you sell them. You need to realize that when you get money, you give equity. If you started this journey because you said, hey, I don't want anyone to manage me, the first time you took a $1, a €1 from someone, that's it. Now you're working for them. Now they want you to report. Now they have something to say. Again, think about it. It's not just I need the money because I need oxygen. It never ends there. You will see that once you take this €1, 100, 1,000, a 10, 100, you are taking a lot of responsibility and you are taking a boss. And there are times where you want to go left, but they want to go right, and they give the money, hence they decide, and all of a sudden, you're really working for someone. This is the company, this is the dream that you started with. Starting the dream is, again, something I do relate to a lot. My first advice about starting your dream: put on the wall in a place that you can see every morning coming in and every day walking out. Remind yourself, why did you go this way? What was the great dream that you wanted to accomplish? Look at it all the time. Don't lose focus. And when you are young and when you are not experienced enough, then everyone that says something diverts you to a different way. You will find yourself without energy, exhausted, and with a zero. And that is a lesson that you don't really need to go through. Just believe what I'm saying. So I've done near 100 cohorts, graduating over 2,000 startups in my programs. I wouldn't say almost all the world, but in many parts of the world, especially Eastern Europe, people know me. And they know the one thing is that I'm very practical and very direct. And I want to give this advice to you. I want you to be practical and direct. I want you not to be delusional, delulu. Don't be delulu. It means when you feel that this is the wrong person for you, your partner, your customer, your investor,